What is going on, guys? This is Ben here. In today's video, we are going to be opening up the first ever on the channel, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Dragon decks. Now, this has some awesome cards in here. Yes, we also are going to be opening up soon the original, the Legendary decks Yu-Gi. That's the first one that came out, and the Legendary decks too soon. I'm kind of doing it in reverse order, the way that they were released, but that's fine. We have the Legendary Dragons of Atlantis deck in here, the Cyber Dragon deck, and also the Dimensional Dragons deck. So this has some good reprints in here. It has some awesome things as well. Some awesome cards. So we'll go over all that and give you guys my initial thoughts, because I know you can find this in stores still. I recently just picked this up from a Walmart, so oops, hit the camera there. And yes, we are rocking the Extreme Force Sneak Peek playmat, one that at the Sneak Peek event. So here we go, we're sliding it open right now slowly, and then there we go. As they come into light, we can see the Dark Magician, Dragon Knight, Chimera Tech, Mega Fleet Dragon, and Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Those are the top cards of the deck. We'll start off from left to right. So right here, Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight deck, and then also throw this one over here. Well, let's get the box out of the way. There's nothing else in there, I don't think. Nope, nothing else in the box, so we can store some cards in there. We'll set those off to the side for now. And how do I want to open this? So I see a little, I don't know what that is. There we go. Alright, you gotta be smarter than the plastic, Ben. You see a little knob that like allows you to basically rip it open? You do that. So alright, we got that Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. I'm gonna adjust my mic a little bit, maybe you can hear me a little better. Dark Magician and one Dragon Monster. To make this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target spells or traps you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So good to keep your spell and traps alive. Awesome card right here. Then also we have Apprentice Illusions Magician. This card was this is a good reprint because this card was extremely valuable. You can special summon this card from your hand by discarding one card. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Dark Magician from your deck to your hand during damage calculation. If your other Dark Spellcaster monster battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or face up to the field to the graveyard. That monster you control gains 200 attack. So basically, you can get her out easily, but just by discarding one card, you can special summon her. And during damage calculation, you can discard her and one of your monster or one of your is it any monster or only spellcaster? You can send this card from your hand face up to the field to the graveyard. That monster you control. Oh, a dark spellcaster. Okay, has to be dark spellcaster. So I was gonna say that's pretty broken that she's like an honest for anyone, but no, only dark spellcaster. But still, card reprinted, really awesome. And then we already know what this one does. The Dark Magical Circle. Don't need to go over that. And then an Eternal Soul reprint. Okay, I have actually a bunch of these. Let me just show you. I have so many Eternal Souls from the original Secret Rare printing. They're all limited edition. You can see the difference. This one, Eternal Soul, is an ultra rare in the pack, but the Secret Rare and the ultra rare. I like the Secret Rare better. That's just personal preference, but still a good reprint. Eternal Soul was a little bit hard to find. And let me put the deck back up. We got Magician's Navigation. Pretty sure these decks are kind of messing up the focus. Magician Navigation, similar to Magician Circle, where it's like good trap support. I don't really need to go over that one either, but then we got the common Dark Magician, a Dark Magician Girl, Magician's Robe, Dark Magician again. We got 3 Dark Magicians, not all together. That's interesting. And why aren't they together? Why would you not put all 3 of them together? Then we got 2 Magician's Rod. So here, we'll make this right. Okay, so 3 Dark Magicians, 1 Dark Magician Girl, 2 Magician's Robe, 2 Magician's Rods, and then 2 skilled Dark Magician, 3 skilled Dark Magician. If you guys do not know what this guy does, he was basically an OG 1900 beat stick. When each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card when that spell resolves. So you can have a max of 3 counters on this guy. You can tribute this card with 3 spell counters on it. Special summon 1 Dark Magician from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So I don't know. I never really used that effect. He was more just because he had a nice 1900 attacks. And then we got Legendary Knight Timaeus. I just did a Joey the Legendary Duelist Joey's opening, and we got a bunch of these. Legendary Knight Critias, Legendary Knight Hermos, Breaker the Magical Warrior, one of my all-time favorite cards. You may notice I have a lot of all-time favorite cards. Magical Exemplar, Big Shield Gardna, Absolute Crusader. I actually don't know what this guy does. If a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned, tribute this face-up card, destroy that level 5 or higher monster. So kind of like a worse Thunder King Ryo, I guess, but for regular summons. Dark Magical Curtain. Basically pay half your life away and special summon Dark Magician. Crazy. Illusion Magic. So if you want a Dark Magician deck, this is actually pretty solid. This has a lot of good cards in here. Dark Magic Attack. Thousand Knives as well. Eye of Timaeus. Honestly, you could easily make a very competitive, well, I wouldn't say super competitive, but a very budget-friendly Dark Magician deck just by buying one of these. You got Potted Duality in here, Reinforcement of the Army, Dark Renewal, Crush Card Virus. If you guys don't know what this is, the eroded version, the real version that you can use, not the anime version where Kaiba just destroys everything. Tribute one dark monster with 1,000 or less attack. Your opponent takes no damage until the end of the next turn after this card resolves. Also, look at your opponent's hand and all other monsters they control, and if you do, destroy the monsters among them with 15 or 100 more attack. Then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1,500 or more attack from their deck. Then we also have Mirror Force, Triant Wing, Dark Paladin. I wish this was a holo in here. Oh, that would be nice. Amulet Dragon. This was just a lot of good common reprints. It's funny seeing them common because these from like the... Oh, we got Dark Magician Girl, the Dragonite. Because these from like the original Dragons of Legend Unleashed, these cards right here, well, not that one, these two, these kind of 3 are very, very pricey, so it's good to see these. And then we got Mirror Force Dragon. This is from the Dragons of Legend 2 already. So, good deck here. I'm actually going to sleeve up all these. Honestly, like I said, some nice reprints for a lot of older cards that desperately needed it. We'll get on to the other decks though. Spent a lot of time on that. We got Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. The reason why I spent so much time on that one, if you guys can guess, it's because I like Dark Magician and all that stuff support the best. I'd say Yugi support, one of my favorites. So, the other deck right here, I think there's like 60 cards, I'd have to assume. They're very, very heavy. We got Odd Eyes. Let's see if we can get in focus, just so you can get them. Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. If an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Odd Eyes monsters from your hand, deck, or graveyard. You can only use the effect of Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon once per turn. So, when these first came out, like Odd Eyes stuff, it was awesome. This would have been nice, right? When like, what was it? Duelist Alliance, I think is when Pendulum first came out. These cards would have been amazing back then. And we have the original Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I think it's an alternate artwork though. I don't think that's the original art. We'll spend less time on these because I'm not as fond as the pendulum mechanic as like other stuff. I know some of you that might be your favorite. Then we got Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Come on. The camera's sucking right now because I have so many other faces it wants to focus on for whatever reason. 2 dark monsters on the field except tokens to fusion summon this guy. If this card is fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack equal to a 1 opponent special summon monster until the end of this turn. Once per turn, you can target 1 level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls. Until the end of this turn, this card's name becomes that monster's original name and replace this effect with that monster's original effects. If this fusion summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all your opponent's special summon monsters. So that's pretty good. You can basically steal, it's kind of like a Ditto from Pokemon, like it'll steal their effect and their name and also gain a bunch of attacks. So that's pretty cool. Then we got the Clear Winged Synchro Dragon. I'm pretty sure I just traded for a Ghost Rare version of this yesterday at the sneak peek event. I'm pretty sure I did. But the Ghost Rare looks awesome. The reason why this is so cheap now is because it obviously got reprinted in this and it's not seeing a whole lot of play at the moment, but still, very solid card, very good card. Then we got Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, 2 level 4 monsters. You can detach 2 materials from this card, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. That attack becomes half of its current attack, and if it does, this card gains that lost attack. So this is better than the original one. The Dark Rebellion Dragon, I think, is where it has an effect where you can like lose like 500 of its own attack, and then that monster loses 500 attack, but it's like unlimited amount of times. So those are it for the holos. We got another Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Supreme King Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon, Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. I'm pretty sure this was a Jump promo, I think, and an ultra rare, so it was a very, very expensive card, but nice to get it as a common. 2 of them, Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. I might be wrong on that. I know some sort of Odd Eyes card was printed as a Jump promo. Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon, Perform Pal Odd Eyes Light Phoenix, Perform Pal Odd Eyes Unicorn. Those are like stuffed animals, man. So we got 2 of those. Perform Pal Skull Crobat Joker. Honestly, this is a great card. Pendulum Magicians are in the meta right now, especially with their new card coming out. So this guy's a very, very used in there a lot. Perform Pal Rain Goat? Perform Pal YuGiOh Golem. 2 of them. Noble Dragon Magician, 2 of them. Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon, Sky Iris, Odd Eyes Fusion, Odd Eyes Advent, Spiral Flame Strike, Duelist Alliance, a great card as well. Pendulum Impenetrable, Pendulum Storm, Pot of Riches, Terraforming, 2 Terraformings, okay, good. Echo of Oscillation, Pendulum Reborn. Let's get to the back. I don't even care about those guys. Pendulums. These cards aren't very good. Like all those spell and traps in this one. The spell and traps from Yugi's deck were much better. So, or the Legendary Dragon Atlantis deck, I guess. Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, Perform Pal Gatling Ghoul, Supreme King Dragon Clear Wing, Odd Eyes Metro Burst Dragon. So a lot of good like Odd Eyes cards. Like I said though, I personally like this deck a lot better. I think it has the best. I think the Dark Magician deck probably actually no, because like the link mechanic is kind of broken, or not the link mechanic. The I totally messed it up. The why can't I think of the name? Not the XC. It's the one in the middle between the link. I just said it. Pendulum. Sorry, I don't know how that. Like I had a brain fart there. But yeah, we're sleeving these up. The pendulum mechanic probably would just be too reoccurring. To put up with like the Dark Magicians right now. If they had all of their cards, they'd be good. But down to the last deck, the Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. So we got Cyber Dragons in here. So far, my favorite though has been the Yugi's card, I guess the best way to say it. But alright, so we got some Chimera Tech Dragons. It's Cyber Dragon stuff. Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. 1 Cyber Dragon monster plus 1 monster in the extra deck monster zone. Cannot be used as fusion material. But that doesn't make sense to me. Oh, you cannot fuse with this card. Okay. Must be first special summoned from the extra deck by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. You do not use, so you can basically contact fusion with them. You don't need a polymerization. That's nice. The original attack of this card becomes 1,200 times the number of fusion materials used for this special summon. Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. So if you use more Cyber Dragons and then more machine or one or more monsters from the extra monster zone, whew. Honestly, Chimera Tech Dragon's a lot better. Just gets rid of the do we have it in here? No. Chimera Tech Dragon just uses machine monsters, any from anywhere in the field, and you can get a lot of them. So we got Cyber Replayer Plant. I'm not gonna read these out. This is a long enough video, I guess. Cyber Tech Rampage Dragon. That looks pretty sweet. Then we got a reprint of Cyber Dragon Infinity. I actually did not know this card was in here. Okay. This guy, when he first came out, was amazing. That's actually the format where I was taking a break from YuGiOh, but still. So I didn't get to experience the awesomeness of this card, but he's pretty sweet. So you can make him a lot with Cyber Dragons. He's basically like a solemn warning. And I'll read his after effect. So, once per turn, when a card effect is activated, you can detach 1 material from this card and negate the activation if you destroy it. Crazy, right? Crazy. Awesome card. And then we got some Cyber Dragons in here. Cyber Dragon Zewi. I don't even know. 2 Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragon. We just got a ton of Cyber Dragons, okay? But still, this is probably an awesome card. This is my first actually ever owning one. When he first came out though, he was crazy expensive. We got Cyber Dragon Core, Cyber Dragon, Cyber Valley. This card is awesome. Just end the battle phase, right? If this card's target for attack by opponent's monster, you can banish this card, draw 1 card, then end the battle phase. It's crazy. This is a good stall mechanic that make them not want to attack you. And then we got some other decent stuff. Like I said, honestly, we got limited removal though. Ooh, I would still say the Dark Magicians are gonna win, even with this guy having Storming Me Force. That's a good reprint. Got all the got Quaking Mirror Force. Got all the Mirror Forces in here. Then we got the ultimate Cyber End Dragon. Takes 3 Cyber Dragons. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above fusion materials. If this card attacks with a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Cyber Twin Dragon. Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Cyber Twin Dragon. Chimera Tech. Oh, this is okay. Here we go. Cyber Dragon 1 and 1 machine monster cannot be fusion summoned or cannot be used as fusion material. Must be first special summoned from the extra deck by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. So basically, say that like you're playing your opponent and they have a bunch of machine monsters. This was good. This guy right here was super good when you'd play when Cosmos are relevant, because like say all Cosmos, most of them like the big ones are machines. You can use machines from their side of the field. Just send them to the graveyard. They don't get their effect, and this guy gains 1,000 attacks. So that's why he's really good. You could get them up to like 4,000 or whatever. It was insane. Most of the time, you'd only get them like 2,000 because you'd send one of your Cyber Dragons and then one of their Machine Monsters, but still. So yeah, that is that for the Legendary Dragon decks. I do have to sleeve these up still. I'll do that after. But still, some great reprints. Like I said, my favorite card from the set probably is going to be the Apprentice Magician. Just an awesome reprint, but a lot of awesome reprints as well. So on that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you think the decks are cool, which one do you think is the best? Which is your favorite? Hope you guys enjoyed though, and I'll see you guys later.